No intro, no BS. Let's jump right into the good stuff. The simple SB7 framework, a simple 7 principle to build a brand. Principle number 1. The customer is the hero, not the brand. In movies, from the starting, it is very clear what hero wants, what's his goal and everything because he is the hero. Similarly with a brand, it's important to define your customer wants because when we define something, it puts a question in their mind. Can this brand really help me getting what I want? Let's understand this with an example. One of my friends recently started his online classes, which basically teach you everything about leadership, and he came up with his tagline for his online course. Helping you become the leader everyone loves. When his customer will read his tagline, they translate that message into several categories: social networking, status, and becoming a leader, because nobody wants to be a follower. Number 2, it's simple and clear what they will get from this course, which is leadership skills. And last, number 3, it's easy to remember. Now I think you got the idea, the importance, and how to define customer need or your business tagline. Principle number 2. Companies tend to sell solution to external problem, but customer buy problem to internal problems. Now that we are into our customer story, it's time to talk about their problems, customer problems. Because if we don't, then we can't understand what solution our customer is looking for. It's simple. Let's understand how would you do that. But before, understand the 3 main challenges that our customer face. Number 1, external problem. This is what most companies focus on, which basically providing them their product or services. Number 2, internal problem. This is magic, and yet I see most of the companies ignore them. Internal problems are basically related to customer internal behavior, their mind. Apple wasn't making any sales until they find out about this and start applying them in their product. And today, you don't only buy Apple product, you also buy a status in the market, that feeling you get when you use an Apple computer or any of their product. Number 3, psychological problem. It is similar to the internal problem, so I'm not gonna waste your time in explaining the same thing again and again. But to master these problems, we have to understand the root evil which is behind all this problem. Villain put barriers in our hero from achieving our goal. Same thing is with our customer. Villain create all 3 types of problems in our customer life: external, internal, and psychological problem. We can solve this by a perfect brand promise.
A company that our clients can trust. A firm whose roots are so deeply embedded into Wall Street that our very founders sailed over on the Mayflower and chiseled the name Stratton Oakmont right into Plymouth fucking Rock.
Principle number 3. Customers aren't looking for another hero, they are looking for a guide. Every hero is looking for a guide. Now that we have understood how important is it to put our customer as a hero, we have to see hundreds of companies experience an increase in sales, customer engagement once they start positioning themselves as a guide. So how do we have to recognize as a guide in our customer's life? Number 1, showing empathy. Number 2, authority. Showing empathy is basically showing them that we care for you. For example, when you go to any local Toyota service center, they welcome their customer by saying, "We care about your Toyota." And by that, they basically showing empathy. What empathy does is, it builds trust between customers and the company. Empathic statement starts with word like how it feels to you, or we care for you. Authority. Showing authority is basically showing them that they are a part of this company. Authority can be defined as the power or right to give orders or make decisions. They should feel comfortable when they come at your doorstep. They shouldn't feel like that they are being forced to buy anything according to your people or employee. They should feel comfortable with you and your company. This is what authority is. And just like that, you make your customer a hero and a guide. Principle number 4. Customer trust a guide who has a plan. So far we have discussed the following. Number 1, something our clients want. Number 2, how to define their problem. Number 3, how to overcome their challenges. Number 4, how to build trust with our company. But still, it's not enough for a closure. Something is missing, but what? A guide with a plan. Because without a plan, our customer will never know what they have to do. Here, plan is nothing but your product purchasing process. What steps your customer have to take if they want to buy your product. By making a step-by-step process guide will not only make you a better guide but show that you have a legit business that's not going around anywhere soon. Principle number 5. Customer don't take action unless they are challenged to take action. So far we have understood a lot of things related to brand, customer, sales and all that. Let's say we asked a customer to buy, but for some reason they said no. Who knows why? But they don't. There's no reason to end the relationship with our customers, right? Still, you have to build a relationship. So whenever they need what we sell, they think about us. But all these product doesn't make any sense if your customer don't buy product, right? If they don't take action to buy our stuff, so how we are gonna handle that? Well, today is your lucky day because I'm gonna tell you the 2 ways that challenge your customer to take action. Number 1, direct to action, and number 2, transactional call to action. Number 2 is my favorite, so stick around, I'm gonna tell you what it is. But let's discuss the number 1 first. Direct to action is something that leads to sell or somewhere closer to that. Direct to call action include requests like buy now or call today, where the transactional call to action is basically give them little taste before they buy that. It's like inviting people to webinar for free or download the PDF for free, where they get to learn 10% of inside material. Personally, most of the time, transactional call to action has more potential than direct call to action in sales conversion because it creates urgency in customer minds. Here are some ways to create transactional call to action. Number 1, give them free information. Number 2, free trial, like 7 days free trial, 14 days free trial, 1 month free trial. Number 3, samples at low prices. Number 4, testimonial, which is creating videos. Principle number 6, every human try to avoid tragic end. They fail to answer so what, which is every customer asking secretly. They fail to tell their customer why their product is better than others. What's make them different? You can do easily by comparing their life with or without your product. How this product can change their life. What this does is it creates urgency and more chances to convert it into sales. Principle number 7, never let people assume how your brand can change their life. Tell them. The best and most effective way to establish your future benchmark in this world is to never let your consumer assume anything for your product. Tell them. Show them how awesome and badass your product is. How can you do this? By showing them your previous customer review. You can put their review videos on your website or in your YouTube channel. Number 2, send them free samples. Number 3, giveaways. And number 4, solid marketing. This will build trust. People who can trust or bet on your product. These type of image we have to create for our brand.